Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. We're gonna review the new Razer Deathstalker V2 Pro. We'll talk about the new features, what is it like using these for a couple days, and then we'll compare it with the similar MX Mechanical from Logitech. But before then, I did make a dedicated video for the MX Mechanical, and I also compared it to the MX Keys, which you could check out by clicking this link right here. But I will also link it at the end of this video so you don't miss out. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox this. So first things first, we always have the green box from Razer. So it comes with the instruction manual. Then we have the stickers, and then we have obviously the keyboard itself. All right, and then right beneath it should be the detachable USB-C cable. I thought I got the clicky version, but it looks like it's only the linear. At the time of this recording, this is the only key switch that has started shipping. The design is pretty nice, but it's not that heavy whatsoever. The buttons don't feel cheap at all. It feels very sturdy. And then we have the volume knob. So they're actually incremental, so it's not like the Logitech smooth one. Then you have the media playback button. On the back of it, you do have your stand. You have the option to use this lower one or to make the keyboard taller with the second higher one. And of course, right behind the keyboard is the hyperspeed sensor, the USB-C, the option to pick 3 different devices, and then we have the off switch to go between Bluetooth or the 2.4. So of course, a lot of it is going to be software based, but there are some things you could access without the software. So let's say you want to check for the battery, you just click FN and then end, and then you should be able to see the 3 lights here. For a second, I was looking for the dongle. In fact, while recording this, I haven't opened it yet, but I'm figuring it's going to be in here. So let's go ahead and open it, and there it is. This will be your 2.4 USB-A. So the purpose of this is when you're using the 2.4, let's say for example, the signal is weak, then you'll use this as an extender. All you need to do is put a USB-C cable here to your computer, so you can use the one they gave you. So essentially you'll put it this way, and then this will go to your computer, and then the dongle will go here to give you more reach. If you want to connect this to Bluetooth, then you'll just simply shift this over to Bluetooth. So we go BT, and the light is going to turn on, and then you get to pick which device you want. If you're wondering which number is being used, if you clicked one of the buttons, one of these lights should light up. So if we clicked 1, it's going to switch over to 1, and if we click 2, and then we have 3. And then the last connectivity mode is off, and that just means it's not going to use Bluetooth or the dongle. Instead, it's going to use the wire. So what you'll do is connect this to USB-C, and then simply connect this to the back of your computer, and now you are in wired mode. Next, we have the media controls, and the media controls is something that I was really excited to try. This is going to be your volume meter. So if we just go up and down, you'll see your volume adjusting on the computer. And then if we in, it's going to show mute. Right here is going to be your play button. This is going to work similar to headphones. Say you have AirPods, where you click it once, it's going to click stop. You click it again, it's going to play. You click it twice, it goes to the next song. Go 3 times, it goes back to the prior song. We do have the option to change the chroma effects on the fly using the keyboard versus using the software. What you'll do is hold FN control, and then between 1 and 7 will give you the different type of effects. So right now it's off, so that's why you don't see anything. So let's change it to the second one. If we hit FN control 2, it's going to be static, so it's only going to be one singular color. And then we do FN control 3, this is going to be your breathing. And then if we do FN control again, and then we go to 4, this is going to be your spectral cycle. It should go through different colors. If we hit FN control 5, this should be wave. I think this is going to be my favorite. FN control 6 will be your reactive. When I type, you should see it reacting. And then lastly, we have the starlight. First impressions, the typing on this feels really good. It's not my type of key switch. I prefer clickies, but honestly, the linear on this is really good. Considering that it's low profile, I must admit, it's really good typing on this. Now, it would be nice to have an armrest, but there isn't one, so I'll just use the one from my MX keys. So let's go ahead and compare the two. Obviously, this is gonna be more for gaming, and this is more for productivity. So you could see with the productivity one, there's essentially no space. It's all about a rectangle. This is the only space you get, whereas here you get the dedicated spaces here. They're about the same length. The Razer sticks out by maybe a few inches. Putting it right on top, it's also about the same. In my opinion, this was the smarter thing Logitech should have done. Like for example, if I put the keycaps here, you know, it's gonna show on my computer, plus it's gonna show down here. We had all this room for Logitech to do the same thing, and they did not do it. Instead, if we click this, it's gonna blink, and sometimes it takes a while to blink, and you can see it's literally so slow. The same thing goes for number lock. If I click the number lock is gonna show up. Whereas this, there is no way of telling other than looking at the software. Where I think Logitech wins is the dedicated controls up here. Instead of media control, it does have the calculator, and for productivity, I do use the calculator a lot, and this lets you hide and add other things. With the Logitech software, it only allows you to customize certain numbers, like this whole row is customizable, whereas with the Razer, you have more customability all around. Another area where Logitech really wins is this is also cross-platform. This allows you to also have Mac and Windows keys on the keyboard. Whereas with the Razer, there is no keys for the Mac, so that's gonna be obvious there. In terms of typing experience, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two, since I already know I type faster with a clicky versus a linear. But in terms of usability, I do prefer the Razer just because I could make any of the buttons customizable to do the same thing the MX Mechanical could do. Plus, best of all, I have RGB lighting. It's worth mentioning the Razer allows you to use one USB across all your other Razer products, whereas with the Logitech, you do have to use their Logi Bolt or you have to use their Logi Unifying USB. If you have both, you do have to have both plugged in. In terms of lighting, obviously the winner here is going to be the Razer, allowing you to do different multiple lights. The Logitech, you really just get one color. Yes, Logitech does brag about the hand detection, where you put your hand, the light comes on, you put your hand away, the light leaves. But in my opinion, I actually wish it would just stay on all the way. I get it, it's for battery sake, but it's not that much of a hassle to just charge your products. In the daytime, sometimes it'll tell me it's not gonna turn on because it's too bright of an environment, but I really just can't see. Or let's say it's at nighttime and I really need this thing to be brighter, and you see I'm clicking this and then it gets brighter. I would love if it just stays at one setting. Whereas with this, yes, you lose the functionality of it turning off when you remove your hands, but who cares? Like, I feel like in the end of the day, you wanna have the light on, and when you wanna turn it off, you should have the manual ability to do that. So far, having the experience with these boards, I'm not gonna lie, it's a very hard decision. My heart is more towards the Razer because of the lighting effects and the quick controls here. But with the MX keys, I also really love this because it does have the function keys on top. It does kind of suck to not have the dedicated controls, but I feel like at the same time, it's cool to have additional functions. So if I was to pick between the MX Mechanical and the Razer Deathstalker V2 Pro, it was a hard decision, but I would actually go with the Razer. You could check out my video here specifically reviewing the MX Mechanical. Honestly, on the MX Mechanical, there were way too many cons and I just couldn't stick with it, so I'm definitely getting rid of it. My biggest con with keeping the Razer is I think it's way too overpriced. At the time of recording this video, it's $250 versus the MX Mechanical at $160. Also that I feel like it's a little bit overpriced, but I don't think the Razer is worth $250, but if you have the extra cash and you're deciding between these two keyboards, I will lean more towards the Razer. Again, if you want to see a dedicated review of the MX Keys Mechanical, make sure you go ahead and click this video here. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.